Yo, what's good, YouTube? This your boy, Mr. J. How y'all doing tonight? This is my first official video that's being recorded on YouTube, so bear with me if it's not the best video in the world. But I wanted to make a quick video on the Bill Cosby verdict. Now, this video is not going to be me trying to tell you whether I think he's guilty or not. But what this video is going to be about is the hypocrisy and why if he is or isn't guilty, why would this happen? So, for those who do not know, Bill Cosby is a very, very long time comedian, small TV, and also an actor who's been around since the mid-60s and early 70s. And what's going on is that apparently he's facing 30 years in jail for a rape that supposedly had happened between 2004 and 2005. And basically he's facing 30 years. Now, for someone his age, that's pretty much a death sentence anyway. But what I'm thinking is, why would you, after all these years, you want to throw this man in jail for a crime that happened years ago? If you want the man in jail, why not? That's what a lot of people are saying. And personally, if Bill Cosby is guilty, I think he should go to jail. Because rape is a horrible crime. I'm all against rape. Personally, I don't think rape should have a statute. I think a person should be able to go to jail for rape that he did 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Because rape has long-term effects on the victim, whether they're man or woman. And most people that rape are most likely to complete the pattern. I don't know why they even made a statute on rape. My guess is because women are the most of the time are the recorded victims of rape. And women were never respected in history anyway in the white anarchy or white dominant society, that they didn't give a shit anyway. But I think it's more to it than this. And here's what I think. I think the reason why Bill Cosby is facing 30 years in prison, when you got people like Weinstein and Donald Trump still free, is because he's the fall guy. He's the guy that has to face the example. And I think they're using him. He's being used to set an example to make people happy on the rape. Because it's a big environment on rape right now. You got all these allegations about young ladies being raped on college campuses. You got these people like Weinsteins and Donald Trumps. All these motherfuckers are being accused of rape by all these women. So who got to take the fall? The guy that's been protecting for years. See, they've been knowing if Bill Cosby raped or not all these years. So now all of a sudden they need a fall guy, and here it is. And it's funny that this happened just when Bill Cosby was finna buy ABC. Finna buy a big TV network. He was finna buy it. And people are wondering, well, if he did do it, why did they not do it years ago? You have to understand, Bill Cosby was not just a black man. He was a black man that was making the white man rich. See, when he did things like Fat Albert, when he did things like, the Bill Cosby Show, that was making the white man a whole motherfucking amount of money. And people are wondering, well, it was easy. All these black men that were being killed years ago, and they had money. What's the difference? The difference is those black men that were wealthy, their money was not white man's money. Their money was made by their own hand, and they was put in their community. That's why all of them black businessmen were being lynched and hanged and all that, because they wasn't getting the same protection as Bill Cosby. That's what I think. I think they use Bill Cosby to set an example as a diversion or reflection of all these other big white celebrities. That's what I believe. Because you have to look at it. The Bill Cosby Show was one of the most biggest shows in TV history. White people loved it, black people loved it. But we have to understand that Bill Cosby was a tool of the system. And what I mean by that is that the white man used him as a diversion for reality. If you notice why other shows like other shows in the late 80s and early 90s were somewhat trying to reflect the reality of the black community, the Bill Cosby Show was the first and only show that reflected a family that was middle class, that had money, you know what I'm saying, they was educated. Now, a lot of black people think that's great. That's a good thing because it's positive energy, right? Well, yes, it is positive energy because it shows us in a positive light. However, it also can be used as a diversion, as a tool, because now people are so busy looking at where they want to be. They're not focusing on where they are. White America loved it because it was a black family who was in an image that made them feel comfortable, made them feel safe. Bill Cosby's show was not threatening to white America. It wasn't. Because even though it showed the black family where they could be, white people know they were never going to let them get that far. Black people love the imagery so much that they would do anything to maintain it. But that's another thing. So you have to look at it. Bill Cosby was making the white man all this money all these years. So if he is guilty, they would protect him back then because he was making them money. And people have to understand that in the white racist world, they don't value white women either. They see white women as second-class citizens. Think about it. The white woman had to fight just to have the right to vote. That's why you have all these white feminists running around. Because basically, the white racists don't respect their women. They don't. They value them more than they value the black woman. But they see white women as their inferior. You know what I'm saying? You hear even white nationalists, you hear them say white women are supposed to be at home and all this and that. You know, back in the 1900s, when women was having marches and they were basically trying to fight for their equal rights, they used to send police officers to shut those unions down, harass the women, throw them in jail. Those men generally hated that the women were challenging them and wanted fair rights in white society. So why would you think that the white man would give a damn if Bill Cosby, a black man and making them millions, was raping white women? Now, some people may argue and say, well, what about all these rich black men that was killed in the past 100 years? Okay, well, let's look at it logically. Those black men were black business owners who owned their own property, who owned their own land. The white man was not benefiting from that the same way Bill Cosby was. See, Bill Cosby was making the white man money. Those other black men weren't. They were making themselves money in their community. That's why Black Wall Street was demolished. The white man was getting none of that money. That was the black man's money. And basically, the white man was saying that's bullshit, and they wanted that away. But my point is this. Bill Cosby was the fall guy. Now that Bill Cosby is in jail, the feminists are happy, and all this and that. Because think about it, they're not going after R. Kelly the same way. You don't see these feminists out here talking a lot about R. Kelly. Why? For two reasons. Number one, because R. Kelly is raping mostly black girls. He's not raping white women. If that 14-year-old girl was white, the one that he raped back in the day, his ass would be in jail. If Aaliyah was white, he would still be in jail. There's no way that he would marry a 15-year-old girl and they would let a black man get away with that, especially someone that was as popular as R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? These are the same people that took Chuck Perry to jail because he took white girls over state lines. You think that they finna let a black man marry a 15-year-old white girl and let him walk? No. And two, because R. Kelly is not trying to buy no big corporation that's going to take money out of their pocket. He's just playing his field. R. Kelly is not trying to take money away from the white man's pocket. He's not. He's no threat to white America. So they're not going to do that to R. Kelly. But Bill Cosby was trying to make a big move. I think he pissed a lot of big people off by trying to buy that big network he was trying to buy and maybe a few other things. And now they said, fuck it, we're going to throw this motherfucker on the bus. Somebody got to go to jail, and it ain't finna be me. So now he's a fall guy. Whether he did it or not, that's up to interpretation. But I think that he's going to jail because somebody got to go to jail. Somebody got to make us look good to the white feminists that's out here complaining. Somebody got to make us look good and say that we care about women. And there it is. You know, he was the man that was making them money all these years. And now that they don't need him anymore, now he's finna go to jail for the rest of his life. Because he's not finna make it to 10 years. Now, he might not do through 10 years. He might do 3. Because he does have money. So he might buy himself out of this. Maybe not completely. But he may buy himself out of this. But he's definitely going to have to go down in some way for him to look good. But that's all I got on this. I didn't want this to be too long. If you like what I say, leave a comment. If you don't like what I say, leave a comment. And I'll be glad to get back with you. But y'all have a good Sunday night. Deuces.